Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host JJ48 and tonight we are continuing with Hogwarts Legacy. I know on Monday I had said that we're not streaming this week. It turns out as I was looking at some stuff, I had my mental calendar kind of a week off, and so it's actually next week that I won't be available. And in fact, it won't be available 2 weeks in a row, so I thought I probably should actually stream this week just to make sure we don't spend too much time off since I do have the time. Anyway, looking at our common room, when I first started the game up, not our common room, our room of requirements. I wasn't really sure that anything had changed, and then I realized that actually, yes, things have changed because, of course, last time we passed from the fall months into winter, and so now we have Christmas decorations here instead of the big stack of half-rotted pumpkins that were here before. And I think wasn't there like a garland of fall leaves or something instead of the evergreen decorations? And I'm not entirely sure what's on this shelf. Up here it looks like the moon calves. This looks like something winged, like a dragon or something. Not sure if those relate to animals we've caught, or if that's something else that we've been collecting, or something else. But I don't know. We'll have to. Maybe when next time we go to the room of requirements, I can see if that shelf actually exists, and we can get a little bit of a closer, like existing game. We can get a little bit of a closer look at it. Okay. Let's see. Last time, in addition to the seasons changing, uh, we helped Sebastian find the old room of Slytherins that involved dark magic, and I think was there a book or something that
Place.
Sebastian took with him? I think we found something, and we also we were here in what was this place called? Oh, map's not available. That's why. Okay. Um, this castle ruins. We'd come here because one of our classmates said that her uncle, I think, had gone missing, and we managed to get him out. So, because of course it's up to a 15-year-old student to go rescue missing persons and fight entire armies of goblins. I guess what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go meet with Sebastian in the Undercroft as our quest suggests. What's that? What's that big flat hill to the left there? Is it to the left of Hogsmeade? I think that's Hogsmeade in the background, so that would be the hill that's next to it. I didn't realize it was so flat on top. Is there anything on top of that? Wonder we can't fly our broom into Hogsmeade itself, but I wonder if we can fly over that hill to see what's there. Okay, so that's gonna be where the castle is. Can't go up this hill. Is that That looks like that's the mountain that was there. Can we get up that? Oh. It just, with how flat it looks on top, it just looks like the type of place where you would think that somebody would have built something or put something. Nope, don't want to turn, just want to look over there. Okay, so there's one of the paths down there. We can get up the hill.
Revelio.
There's nothing of wizard interest up here. Like nothing, not like a Merlin trial or... Hmm. It seems particularly odd because we have towers like, you know, you can see that tower in the distance there that's kind of up on a hill. Let's see other ruins of towers and things around where presumably they would have been watchtowers or something. Can we land here? Oh yeah, we can land here. But like the people built towers and watchtowers and stuff around. I guess I don't know how many of them were watchtowers and how many of them were like somebody's residence that they just wanted to live vertically. But you would think that up here would be a prime spot for a tower. It's... Well, what's this? There's... a doll that kind of looks like a mandrake. And little... Since it's not moving, I'm assuming that's a stuffed Niffler. Like a toy or something. Having a little tea party. There's three cups set up. Can I do anything with you guys?
Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos.
So this would indicate somebody's been up here. It almost seems like a child's come up here to have a little tea party with some toys or something. And from what I saw of the way up, like it's not like this. There's no danger up here, but I mean there's this nice broad path here that you can run up and down. I mean, it'd be tiring because it's kind of steep, but it's not like it's trying to climb up a sheer cliff face or anything. So I'm genuinely kind of puzzled by why there's nothing up here. And what these toys are supposed to mean. Oh yeah, if you were sitting right here with the, you know, with your little tea party, you'd have a beautiful view of the castle. So, okay, well not as much as I had hoped, but still kind of interesting to see.
Revelio.
Hey, wait a second. There's this moon spot should be an astronomy table, right? And since it is nighttime, we might as well go check that out.
Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here.
Yeah, that's true. Meat probably has been to at least the ones around the castle. Okay, so we didn't have this thing. And we're too close. We need to zoom out. There we go. Oh, Scorpius. Is Scorpius one of the actual constellations? I thought it was Scorpio. I don't remember there being that many stars in it. I guess there could have been. Oh, come on, land. There we go. And part of it might just be because it's nighttime, but I thought I recall seeing more students than this at night before, so I wonder if the number of students hanging outside has decreased because it's now winter and a lot colder. Maybe come out during the day, we'll see if there's what kids we see out there. Oh. Okay, so the Undercroft was over in the other building through the clock or something. Come on, thank you.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
forever
happened.
in your debt for what you've done.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
I'm glad to have helped. Anything more to those owls?
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. Ugh, it's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
Anything more to those owls isn't grayed out. Is there more that we can get?
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain,
Okay,
but
no.
he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl.
Okay, yep.
Ugh, it's clear you saved.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, maybe. Well, I'm glad to have helped.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
It's probably not a bad idea, actually, in these times with rebellious goblins running around. Oh yeah, that was the one of the challenges we did. Okay, so this strange clock. A little bit loud for a secret entrance, I would think. Yeah. deep bass chime there when it opened, I think would give some people, alert some people
You'll
that.
never believe what I've learned.
Don't tell me it's more dark magic.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Okay. I regret using Crucio, or I agree we did what we had to do. Well, we're not the ones who used it. Sebastian used it. I guess we're more regretting the situation, not necessarily the specifically saying that we regret our actions, but although this does, I still think this brings up a little bit of a troubling thought that with the unforgivable curses, you have to mean them. So if they were effective on it, I still think, Sebastian, we have some things we need to discuss. But, yeah, I don't want to encourage that kind of thing. I don't think we should do that again.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Wait, Ominous wouldn't understand that you want to find a relic that can reverse dark curses? Sebastian, I know you're trying to thank your friend here, but like we've already been kind of keeping a lot of secrets from Ominous, and that's been kind of a source of friction. I really think we should probably tell him about this, especially because if it's reversing dark curses, that seems like the kind of thing that he might actually be in favor of. Although, given the source, he might be suspicious of it as well, I guess.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Well, that was about what I expected.
I'm not letting this go.
Yeah, I have to say I don't really blame you. Although, if he's right that this artifact is not itself a dark arts thing, then but can reverse it, then it might be worth going after.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Okay, that's kind of sudden. Such a tragic loss. Or what happened to Sebastian's parents? Yeah, this I don't think we've heard about Sebastian's parents before, so this seems to kind of come out of nowhere. How does this tie in, Ominous?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
The spellbook is giving Sebastian hope, or the spellbook is concerning. Both of these are true. Yeah, apart from the mention of the artifact, I haven't really heard anything about this spellbook that makes me think it's a good idea to keep it around.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to keep you in the loop. As I was telling Sebastian, I don't think it's a good idea to be, hiding this stuff from each other secretly, but I guess I'll lock you in. You're just waiting out here and you're not gonna talk? Okay. So where are we going now? Although hearing about Sebastian's parents dying because an undetectable toxin escaped because there was like a fault with the lamp, it almost sounds like carbon monoxide poisoning or something. Like something that didn't have anything to do with dark magic, just normal chemistry. Maybe we'll find out that that's the reason they died, was just they were doing stuff in a not properly ventilated room. Okay, we have Professor Hawen's assignment. We need to get a deer recall and a giant purple toad. Poppy's waiting for us far to the north. Well, if we're heading out of the castle anyway, let's try to find a deer recall and a giant purple toad, and then go meet Poppy. Oh, is this? Here's a track to follow on our map. Is this going to lead us to the right den, or is this just going to lead us out to the grounds outside Hogwarts, and then we have to find the dens ourselves? We'll have to see. I think it's still pretty early in the morning, so probably won't be seeing kids out on the lawn there. Come on. There we go. Had to finish loading. So let's see, where are you leading us? Okay, it's leading us a ways away. Okay, I'm guessing there must be a creature den there. Deericall den. Okay. Initially I was going to run, but seeing how far that is, I think we'll just fly over there. Ooh, and there's a treasure vault and an ancient magic hotspot. We can get a few things while we're over there. What's that? Mongrel lair. Oh, yeah, let's get this stuff and then maybe this stuff too, since it's right there. So, okay. Although I have to say, as nice as it is, walking around on fresh fallen snow and how pretty everything looks with that, I imagine flying around on a broom on a clear night over the tops of the trees at this speed would be, your face would be frozen solid. What we really need are some like some aviator goggles and a scarf and some other things to help kind of keep warm a bit. Okay.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
This is a male. Oh, okay, that was...
Now, I'm only trying to help.
Okay, they're very skittish, so let's see. Oh, hello.
Confringo!
Okay, now I'm wondering, were they running away from me, or were they running away from this thing? Seem a little bit less skittish, although... Okay, still... That's what... Okay, where are some?
Levioso!
What? Oh, it did its blinky thing to blink over there.
After you.
Yeah. Alright, well that's good. So now I guess we can go do the other stuff around here.
Revelio.
Interesting, the Merlin trial didn't show up on the... Oh. Or maybe the Merlin trial is the dark magic, or the ancient magic spot? Hey, guys, don't mind me, I'm just doing a Merlin trial here.
Show yourself! Ha! What was that sound?
Oh, that's...
Petrificus Totale! Damn you! Petrificus Totale!
Would you stop doing that?
You don't want Sender. Incendio. Accio. Glacius. Incendio.
thank you for showing me where you were. Yeah, try to get both sexes of the animals. Yeah, I need to do that. I forget which one I already caught, though. I wonder if there's a way I can check somehow.
This place has seen better days.
So there's a bunch of orbs
Revelio.
here. There's in sets of 3. You're not going to try to attack me. You are. Excuse me, sir. I'm kind of working on a class project here, so if you can...
Leviosa. Repulso. Accio. Leviosa. Confringo. Repulso. Accio.
This guy screams a lot.
Confringo. Need to be Leviosa. Repulso.
Oh, wow. I honestly thought that had finished you off. My bad, sorry. Get that everybody in the area.
Revelio.
Okay, there's some stuff over there. What even are those? Oh, okay, those are the spiders. Clockwork spider puppet things. Okay. Oh, they got out. Okay. You gonna come after me? You gonna go back? Okay. You go back. So, all right. We have these things. So what is this? Is this Leviosa doesn't work.
Confringo.
Confringo works. So see 3 sets of 3. And there were 3 over here.
Revelio.
Right? He's part of the same.
Confringo.
That's that. Settled.
Okay. Okay, so before we do this, let's go try to catch another deer call. I don't remember which I caught, so maybe just catch one more of each. So I have 2 of one and 1 of the other, but... Okay, what are you? Okay, you're female.
Leviosa.
Okay. So now I just need to catch a male.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Yet. Um,
Revelio.
okay, female, male, okay.
Levioso.
There, okay, now we got 1 of each. Okay,
Settle yourself.
so let's go
You
do
know
the,
how.
let's go do the ancient magic trial. Okay, so we've got, it's just over here. We have 1 up there, 1 there, and 1 looks like way up there. Guess what's this?
Accio.
Okay, that's convenient. That might not be how we're supposed to do it. Oh, maybe if we go over here, we'll work our way over.
Incendio.
Revelio.
So this is one spot. Oh. Of me walking on stuff? Yeah, I think it was. Okay, then here's a way up. Okay, sun's coming out. That'll probably be a little bit helpful. Okay, some solar protection goggles. I mean, I guess that's useful if an eclipse comes out, but it's gonna really impair our vision if we're not actually looking at the sun. I wonder, does it actually affect anything if we do that? Nah, you can see right through those. Those aren't going to protect you from the sun. I mean, it might help with glare a little bit, but it's not going to want to view an eclipse or anything with those. Thornback hatchet. Oh, it's spiders, right?
Revelio.
Wait, did I take out the spiders? I guess they were hatchlings.
That solves that.
Okay, good. What is this for? Oh, so we can get up there.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Well, hey, no, don't. Yes. Okay, I can still climb on you like that. Oh, nice big chest. With an unidentified outfit item. Oh, and our gear slots are full. Well, I know one thing we can do with that is we just completed a new... Nope, not there. We just completed enough Merlin trials to... it looked like we completed a section, so... Where is it? Oh, Merlin trials here. Okay, inventory expansion reward, increased storage for gear. Now we just need 14 more, well, 14 more for the next one, and then we'll just have one more after that. Okay, so now we're not full. We've got 4 more spots. Jump down. No, down. Okay, fine. Use the ladder then. Okay, jump. There we go. Okay, if we jump before we reach the ledge, then by the time we realize we're going off, we can no longer try to catch ourselves.
Levioso. Confringo. Compulso. Accio.
Okay, there was this cave over here, I think was the other thing we wanted to do in the area. Oh, yep, I could see the symbol on the ground there. So we're going to have to... Oh, here it is.
Levioso.
That's right.
Wingardium Leviosa.
lift it up. Thank you. Okay, that one it's odd, he keeps on jumping onto railings, but not in the direction I was trying to go, so I keep on... Then he immediately jumps off, so, okay,
Levioso.
Yep, there we go.
Depulso. Lumos.
That's what I want. Oh, hello there.
Depulso. Levioso. Accio.
Sorry, did not realize this ancient ruin was occupied. There's... What are these brackets on the wall? Were these... I mean, clearly they're attaching something. Was this a dungeon? Were these, like, where somebody would be chained up? But it doesn't look like they're spaced properly for that. Although this barred up window looks like it might have been for that purpose. I guess these must have been little cells or something. Although I don't know. I guess that doesn't tell us whether these were cells for like a prison or if this was, you know, a little like a cloister for a monk or something that would have some other reason to be off to the side and possibly have something attached. Ooh, a sleek school coat. All right. Okay, so let's see. Where is the purple toad? Okay, we go down here. Oh, there's that little village we were looking at anyway, so we're going straight through there. Might as well land there. And then we'll keep on going this way. That's a store. Head all the way down to here. Okay, there's... it looks like we have a flu network place we haven't hit. We'll make sure to hit that as well. Okay.
Revelio.
Okay, this area down here looks like it might be what we were looking at earlier. This does look to be a Merlin spot.
What do you have in store for me this time? Accio.
No. Okay, so we have... Ooh. What's that? Oh, it's a bunch of moths or butterflies or something. Well, you're not moving, so you're not leading me to treasure. Are you part of the trial? Oh, that's right. This is the type we have to, like, bring them over to the boxes or something, right? Am I remembering this correctly? I think I have to...
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, if I do this,
Lumos.
do you guys follow? Yep, you do. Okay. Okay, then you all go in there and... Here's the vines. Alright. There's some over here under the bridge.
Protego! Lumos.
This is good. And then I think there's should be one more batch somewhere.
Revelio.
There's a bunch of glowing moths.
Lumos.
Oh, that actually looks kind of impressive from over here. Are those ones going to spread out as well? Oh, no, they just all disappeared.
Revelio.
Okay, there are a couple other things right here, weren't there? Yeah, there's an ancient magic spot. Oh. Okay, we're not to the ancient magic spot yet. Okay. Well, let's follow the road until we get there then. Just a little bit off on where I thought we were. Oh, there's... Okay, so this is... Seems to have definitely belonged to someone with this crest. And where's the... Is there only the one? Okay. So, let's see. Fur-lined cat. Ooh. I think I need that. It's winter. Where... There we go. That ought to keep us nice and warm. Jump on... Can I stay on there? Okay. Now can I jump on here? No. Because we have magic up there. Can I just fly up there and get it?
Revelio.
Lace doily. The locals say that this doily was left as a tribute to a beloved house elf who dreamed of one day wearing it. Okay, I guess that's a fitting tribute. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, there are a couple more. Interesting, they're so far away in this area, and like these don't even look like they're part of the ruins over here.
Revelio.
There was a butterfly symbol here. Let's see where that butterfly... Also, there's a cave somewhere here. these are the types of butterflies that lead us into traps.
Levioso. Accio. Depulso. Confringo. Protego. Stupido. Confringo.
Okay. Now, where did the butterflies go? I see them on the map here. Is this where they are? There you are. Oh. Hey, a vivarium landscape painting. Very nice. Thank you. And then there was a cave here.
Revelio.
Okay. Heard something moving. I think it's just the leaping toadstools. But, it says the cave is below us. Is there a cliff or something that the cave could be in the side of? Yeah, we have a treasure vault. Let's try to set a waypoint there. See if that can tell us where to go. Huh. I don't have a digging spell. Is there something with this tree? Okay, so maybe when we see that head on the other tombstones, maybe that's indicating it's a house elf's grave. So, okay. I don't think I really took in how twisted that chimney was. So, okay, is there something... Aha! Seems a little inconvenient to have to blow your floor up anytime you want to go into the cellar, but...
Lumos. Confringo. Accio.
There, okay, it's pull, not push.
Lumos.
Oh. Okay, I only saw up to there and was thinking like that's a fish, but I think this is supposed to be like that's a mermaid. Although waist would be right here, and that looks like a fish's head more than like a stomach or something. Unless she has a really big belly button. Okay, people fishing. I think we've seen these images before. This place is a little bit leakier than some of the others, so... Alright, what do we need to do with this?
Confringo.
Okay, we have this, and then it needs to go in there. So... Nope, that's not gonna help.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, just put it over there. And then... Okay, I can spin it. Was there a way to push it further?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
No, I don't want Accio. What a...
Depulso.
There we go. think there was a way to like push things and pull them, just like while we were Wingardium Leviosaing them, but I don't recall what it is. So Depulso works just as well. Okay. Interesting. We have a fire here. You would think that would have burned up by now, unless this is like those fake logs from a gas fireplace, and this has just been, in which case I guess you would just need a gas line out here that's still running. But then that just raises the question of who's still paying the gas bill. Because this place does not look like it's been inhabited in some time. Okay, where's our next stop? Next stop's going to be a ways down, right there. Okay, I feel like we're probably our head at least is probably a bit warmer wearing this hat while flying around. Although face is probably still a bit cold. Okay, so we have another one of these waypoints inside a building. Oh, hello.
You there? Can you help me?
Just a second.
What are you up to now?
Yeah, okay, I've got the waypoint. Okay, what do you need help with, sir?
What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins, that's what. Ranrock's lot. Nasty creatures. Ambushed me, they did. Nothing's safe anymore. I need a little something. Something to protect me if I run into them again. Maxima potion, that would do it.
Okay. I think I have some. I think I have all the potions except for whatever's currently on my tab slot.
You're right. The world's not safe at the moment. It's best to take precautions. Here, use it wisely.
Oh, I will. You can be sure of that. Ranrock's lot won't take me down.
Yeah, I'm
And I've you to
sure you've
thank.
got good...
Please, accept this gift in exchange for your help.
You don't want the invisibility potion, Wiggenweld potion, or Thunder Brew in case you encounter Ranrock slot? You'd rather just have the one Maxima potion? Okay. It's your call. You're the one who knows your magic best, I guess.
Revelio.
Oh, these are Ashwinder eggs. Right. Okay, what's all this over here? Whoa.
Levioso. Confringo. Accio. Depulso. Confringo. Levioso. Protego. Depulso.
Ow! There we go. That's okay, there's way too many of you guys. I was just trying to see what the fireflies were. Go away. Okay, let's see what this spot is. The Doug Boggs will leave us alone if we learn some local history.
Revelio.
Abandoned Bothy. Bothy? This broken down old Bothy was used to shelter traveling witches and wizards from the elements. Over time, however, the surrounding bog began to reclaim the Bothy. These days, it only plays host to the odd dug bog or two. What in the world's a Bothy? Is that like a what's where to look for? Like just a rest stop, a place where you can just like sleep and stuff on a long journey, and then it's sort of like an inn, except it was just simpler. You wouldn't have individual rooms and stuff. Let's look that up real quick. Okay, a bothy is a basic, free-to-use shelter for outdoor enthusiasts in remote areas of Scotland, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. They're usually old farm cottages or huts that have been restored to provide a place to stay overnight. Okay. So, I guess along trails and walking roads and stuff, if you have like houses and things that are no longer in use, you might basically make it just a little shelter somebody can sleep in overnight. Kind of like having a cabin for a campground, but it's just it sounds like it's just free to use. And just a place to have a roof over your head while you're staying the night. Okay, what's attacking me? Are you a dug bog?
Confringo!
Yeah, you are. There we go. Easy way to deal with them. So okay, now we need giant purple toads. We're going to look for a male and a female. Ah!
Levioso! Confringo! Accio! Bolso!
Ow.
Levioso! Confringo!
These things wouldn't be so bad if they weren't always in groups. It takes a bit of concentration against one, and then
Confringo! Levioso! Protego!
okay.
Confringo! Stupido! Protego! Confringo! Repulsor! Accio!
Wait, what am I doing? Okay. Excuse me, guys. Let's go ahead and use a Thunder Brew.
Protego! Stupido!
Here, do you guys... Aha! Yeah! You guys are nothing against the power of a mandrake. And a Thunder Brew potion. There we go. Oh, you're still here? Okay. Hey! I thought you were dead. That'll teach you to still be alive when I'm not expecting you to be. So, alright. Oh, this is interesting looking tree. Is this indicative of what giant purple toads like to... It's like a type of tree they like to be near. Something. Oh, kind of looks like there's a nest.
Revelio.
Are you tree toads? Okay, you're gonna let me get... You guys will let me get pretty close to you, won't you? Okay, male. Okay, so now we have a female.
Assignment's all finished.
Oh, yeah, let's try to... Okay, that's male.
Revelio.
Okay, there's more over here. Female, okay. There we go.
I'll look after you.
Well, I don't know why I'm reassuring these things. Like, the deer he calls were, like, trying to get away and seemed scared and terrified, so, yeah, trying to do something to calm them down makes sense. These things seem like they just don't care. They're like, oh, you're sucking me into a bag? Okay, whatever. So, alright, now we don't want to go back and attend beast classes. We want to see where, where Poppy is. She's to the north, so we kind of came in completely the opposite direction, but that's okay. Now that we have a broom, the travel time isn't really... No, not that one. There we go. Travel time isn't really that bad. It's more of an inside the castle, outside of a castle thing. Oh yeah, probably should stop by someone and sell stuff. What is this?
Lumos.
It's an obelisk with no markings on it. Does it have some importance? Like the way it's decorated, it puts me in mind of the obelisks you'd see it in like a cemetery for, you know, some of the people whose families sprung for, you know, this kind of an obelisk, but this doesn't appear to be a cemetery. And if you were erecting that big of a monument to someone, you would think that it would be in a proper cemetery, not just out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, let's see. That was a store right there, isn't it? Let's go there real quick. That way we can make sure that our inventory is cleared out. First, sorry, that was my bad. Okay. First, I'll check to see if any of the inventory is an upgrade. Don't know what the unidentified stuff. Okay.
Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
Hello. It's not often I see Hogwarts students here during the school year. I'm Priya Treadwell at your service, and I sell a variety of traveling necessities.
Okay. Are you related to Nora Treadwell? Is Nora Treadwell one of our... Where have we met a Nora Treadwell?
Are you related to Nora Treadwell?
Why, yes, she's my wife. Brilliant historian. Did you know that
Okay.
she's pursuing Merlin's life's work?
I actually met her and she introduced me to her work. I'm involved in it now as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Then you must be rather brilliant as well. At any rate, I hope that you'll think of me whenever you find yourself in need of traveling supplies. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Okay. Yeah, can I see what you have?
What do you
Or
have for sale?
actually, more specifically, will you buy what I have for sale? Oh, you can buy brooms? Okay. Wasn't expecting random shopkeepers to just have brooms for sale. Family antique broom.
I didn't think I'd be the one doing the buying.
Yeah, that's kind of why I came over here. Was just needed to unload stuff. Okay. Okay,
So nice
inventory's...
of you to stop by.
Yep, thank you. We'll have our inventory cleared out, and so now we can go get some more stuff to fill it up. Why is our broom energy not going down even when I accelerate? Oh, there. Now it is. Oh, is it something if we're close to the ground? It doesn't? So if I go up here, broom energy goes down. If I go down here, we get this like gold effect around it, and we can speed up without it going. Maybe it's some kind of bonus when you're going close to the ground, like you're having to avoid trees and stuff. Maybe brooms have some kind of a ground effect when nearby. So I'm not really sure why that would be from a Hogwarts, like from an in-universe perspective, but from a gameplay perspective, I'm guessing what it is it encourages you to be lower, which can be both more difficult because you have to, avoid hills and trees and stuff, and possibly have enemies attack you, which ends up making it a bit more of an exciting experience as opposed to just coming up here and kind of flying over everything, which is easier and you're not going to have things attacking you or have to worry about crashing, but it's going to be less thrilling, and so it's like, okay, if you want to do that, you don't get to have super speed,
Revelio.
or at least not unlimited super speed. Okay.
Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
What? Oh, yeah. Escaping from the, like, going to that ruined tower and getting some evidence, and then getting out of there while dark wizards were attacking us. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. But Highwing's all right.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the
Okay.
name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Okay. Your secret's safe with me, or that sounds suspicious. No, it seems like the normal kind of students wanting to keep involvement in dangerous activities from relatives.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Okay, so we're gonna see what we can learn about the poachers. I have to be honest. I appreciate you warning me about the poachers wanting to capture me on sight. I'm not really that scared of the poachers, to be
A
honest.
centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Okay, well, thank you for believing us, I guess.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
I mean, he did mention something about people working with the poachers, not just the poachers themselves. What? Ah.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
There's violent dug bogs in the water. I'm sure skipping stones is a great idea. Okay, so we're looking for, what, clues?
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Revelio. Pelt. Poor beasts.
And again, if the poachers left, why wouldn't they take the skins with them? Like, presumably this is the entire reason they came out here was, skins and bones and teeth and stuff. Like,
Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
So are they out hunting, or did they leave for some reason? Like something scared them off?
Revelio.
On the one hand, it might make sense that they're out hunting. On the other hand, you would think with how many of them there tend to be that they would leave like somebody back here to guard the camp and then maybe work on curing the skins or something while while the others are out hunting.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Have we seen swords like this? I thought that was just a pattern on the blade, but no, we can see through the sword. It's like a woven... It looks cool, but I don't think that would be very practical as a weapon. Like, even less so than the shield there. Is it purely ceremonial or something?
Anything interesting?
Yeah, there were these swords that look completely impractical, and I have no idea why. Maybe they're gonna like power them up with magic and figure that okay, it really doesn't matter what it looks like or how structurally sound it is. It's just it's the magic that's going to be doing all the damage. Or something. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest.
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here.
Where did you find goblin armor?
I don't have a good feeling about this.
I don't even think you came into the poacher camp. Where did you find?
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
That actually does fit, I think, with the...
Down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
What I wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now.
Let's... Let's be sneaky. But I guess this does kind of fit with, wasn't the,
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
aren't the people we encountered with Natty, the poachers, also aligned with Ranrock?
You want to talk of romance? Last time I saw you with a rose was when you stuck your finger on one trying to hide a sack of galleons.
Nope, don't mind me. Ignore me. Okay. Okay, that was, You guys really need to build your bridges better. I was not expecting it to be that easy to destroy. So, okay, so let's do this again. Word for what? We're not coming up with passwords at the moment. We're just trying to get over to the tent. Come on, Poppy.
Quick flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
Nothing to poach in Arrowshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me.
Okay. Is that guy just gonna hang out on the bridge?
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. Enough dumb beasts for everyone.
Okay, then why don't you go get a valid license? There's enough of those for everybody, too. Okay.
Rally behind strength and you can't go wrong. It's when mine...
Behind that!
Okay, nope.
Levioso!
Ah!
You after the cold sneaks! Levioso!
Confringo, Caborso, Levioso, Accio.
Confringo! I think that one hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Kept pressing Z. I didn't want to do anything.
Marvelous sight! I've never been one for gardening.
Never been one for gardening? What does that have to do with anything? Work on your quips, man. That was just weak. Okay. That guy doesn't seem to really be fully comprehending what happened, which I can't really blame him. That was kind of sudden. There's a bunch of carts here. Why are there so many carts? Wait, was there some... Okay. There we go.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
Hey, can we try being a little louder? I don't think everybody in the tent heard us. I can't say for certain, but I'm guessing we found Horntail Hall.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Yep. Okay.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Okay, so there's... Over that way, there's a guard.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
So, okay, that does explain why there's a bunch of non-poacher wizards involved. That they would be people who aren't really interested in the poaching and getting animals, they're just interested in the betting and watching the fights.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going against what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
Okay, let's... Can I... Petrificus Totalis, you guys?
Petrificus Totalis.
Oh, cool. Got both of you. Nice. Just a little advice for if you guys were still alive. Might not want to discuss how you're going to betray wizard kind so loudly when surrounded by wizard kind. There's a gated area we can't get inside. Excuse me, I need to... Okay, can you move? Thank you. Okay, poacher tracker, can we get behind you?
Petrificus Totalis.
Still not sure why you guys disappear into smoke. Hermione did the exact same thing to Neville in the first film, and he did not turn into smoke. He was just fine, actually. Okay, so over there we have the dragons. They seem less like they're fighting and more just kind of circling each other. What are their... we have a hippogriff and a sheep. Is the sheep just like a meal for the dragons or something, or is it some kind of a magical beast that's going to fight? dragon versus sheep doesn't seem like that's going to be the fairest matchup in the world, although I bet you could get great odds betting on the sheep. What's going on over here?
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Stay invisible!
Something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
Why don't you look for yourself? They're torturing a dragon.
Must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Okay, we're gonna go fight. Let's stay stealthy until we need to, because we can only get the element of surprise once.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Okay, go ahead. What, I can't take the books? Okay.
Aloha Mora.
There we go. Okay, good.
Right,
We got a
I have
dragon
the
egg.
egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Yep.
Let's make them count.
Okay, let's see. What potions do I have? I have invisibility. Focus. Maxima, that'll be good. Eteris. Mandrakes. Okay, let's go with a max. Well, let's go with Mandrakes first. Maxima. If we're using Mandrakes, we're not going to be casting a lot of spells. Okay.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
Okay.
Is this what I'm teaching her body to do?
Yeah, why wouldn't I use plants to fight for me? Where's... There you are.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Yeah, I did. Didn't want to have all the fun myself.
Like to torture dragons, do you?
This is humiliating.
I won't go down as easy.
Never liked faithful.
What else do I have? Let's...
Back shall we finish what has started?
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it.
yeah, you want to see how pathetic they are? Ah! Let's get out of here. Oh, okay, these aren't... I thought they had, like, trained attack dogs. This is a wolf and a magus. Each one of the guys can become a wolf.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Okay, just a second. I need to see if there's anything to loot. Okay, we're gonna pull on that. That'll probably free her. It's not like a loot box or anything. Okay. You know, we should probably get out of here.
Have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Suppose we'll find out.
Fortunately, we're the ones who thought to use Protego. Okay. Oh, good thing the sight of the sky immediately made the dragon not want to attack us.
This way.
I guess if it's just trying to get out, that might decide to do that, but okay, so we managed to rescue one dragon and a dragon egg.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Okay. Well, I will say it's probably worse for you than for me because they were already out for me. If they recognize who you are, then that might be a little bit more of an issue. What should we do with the egg, or do you think the poachers will retaliate? Yeah. What? First things first. What about the egg?
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Actually, Professor Weasley gave me the perfect place to hide it. I have a whole secret room all to myself. Do you think the poachers will retaliate?
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Target was large enough already. Kind of running out of back for there to be a target on, really. So let's just get out of here.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Alright, see you there. Okay, what quests are we doing now? Let's go ahead and attend class. Oh, didn't I get some spell upgrades for my attacks?
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Yeah, I think I've got some spell upgrades. I need to remember which ones I have been upgrading. Let's go down, get our little boost. There we are.
There's trouble afoot.
So I wonder if Poppy has a broom, or are we just leaving her to kind of hoof it back to Hogwarts on foot?
Revelio.
Guess we'll camp out here, wait for class to start. Oh, hey, Professor, you're out here too. Oh. Where's the waiting spot? Okay, here. Oh, let's go to our map and press F. I will say I do like that we have these confrontations with the poachers and stuff. So they have mentioning that they have like a bigger reason to go after us and things. It started out, you know, we have this ancient magic ability, so people want us, but that's really, it seems like that's really just Ranrock that wants that, and Rookwood because Ranrock said like, hey, you need to get this guy, because he has this special ability. But I don't know that Rookwood had any particular personal reason against us. And the poachers were after us for stuff, but now that we're getting more involved, it's like now they have a more personal reason. So it's kind of nice that they have a more of a reason to go after us rather than just like, hey, we're hired goons who are, you know, keep going after someone that, for no reason other than because the boss told us to. Did that not advance? Wait. Yes. There we go.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has.
Okay, and Natty sent us a letter that she wants us to go meet her mom with her because she thinks she's in trouble and her mom might be a little bit easier on her if we're with her.
Excellent.
May finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Okay. I'm in class at the moment. Can you guys wait?
I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
Oh, sorry. Was that class? I'm sorry. I was reading text the whole time. My bad.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, but you do know I'm gonna just be casting this for the fun of it wherever it seems like it would be interesting, right? Um, like it, we're not. I guess for legal reasons we have to pretend otherwise, but you know that's what's actually going to happen, right? Of course, Professor. Is this an appropriate spell for students? Not totally teach it to us.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead.
You don't know what I do or
Nice
don't want.
and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Okay. So I'm only supposed to use it when it's absolutely necessary. So you're telling me that destroying pumpkins is absolutely necessary. Got it.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Heavy damage spell that causes an explosive blast in a large area.
Excellent. You have it well in hand.
All right.
Textbook execution. Bravo.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
Okay. Why are you interested in magical beasts?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
Possibly. I find magical beasts fascinating, or I am not. Not really myself. I'm just kind of curious what your story is.
Truthfully, I am not. But I am interested to know why you chose this path for yourself.
I see. I suppose that seeking to understand the motivation for selecting one's path is a worthy pursuit.
Just
I believe
curiosity,
that when
really.
choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
What's an alchemy?
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Okay, finding an alchemy sounds challenging.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trade. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores.
Silver eggs.
Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid, and moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts, and ensure that wizard kind learn to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
Okay, she says she values beasts for what they can provide wizard kind, not just for galleons. But some of what she mentioned still requires, I think, still might require the death of the beast. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what her distinction was, especially considering. Presumably, she was saying the eggs are like, the silver is only good for selling for money, but we do know that silver is actually important in some stuff. I seem to recall, how was it in the books, in some of like their potions class, mentioning like a silver knife or silver utensils, and werewolves exist, so having some silver on hand to deal with them, like there's uses for silver besides just money. Also, I'm not really sure what happens to the eggs when the alchemy hatches. Like, can you let the alchemy hatch and then just take the eggshells? Or is it something that, like, after the alchemy hatches, like, do they eat the eggshells or something because they need silver? Okay, where am I even going? Who are we meeting with? Okay, we have Professor Weasley's assignment. I need to find the field guide page for the book Intermediate Transfiguration in the library, as well as field guide page about the underground harbor. Okay, is that where the first years who crossed the lake would end up? Okay, we'll definitely want to see that, but let's see what, let's do some friendship stuff first. Let's go talk to Poppy. I know, she's in the Three Broomsticks, she's not here, so, we'll go out and do that next time we're over by Hogsmeade. For now, let's talk to Natty. Natty believes that her mother, Professor Onai, may have discovered what we've been up to. She hopes that her mother will go easy on her if I am there when they speak. Okay. Yeah, come on, Professor Onai. It's just, running around trying to thwart evil dark wizards, because wizarding law enforcement can't do it themselves. Oh, pardon me.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Yeah, hi, Ignatia.
So frustrating.
You had a text box over your head. Can I not speak to you? Maybe I have the opportunity to speak to her normally, but because she's not in her classroom, it's saying, no, you need to go to the quest. When she's in the classroom, maybe we'll be able to speak.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards.
Carefully, though.
She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Don't count on it.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus.
Oh, cool.
And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Huh. You know, I have to say, your mother's concern actually sounds a little bit more important now. 'Cause there are poachers swarming the area, and a gazelle is not exactly a creature that's going to be inconspicuous in the Scottish Highlands. It's like if you were one of the deer we have up here or something, then that might be, poachers might not take a second look unless they were, out specifically for that. But a gazelle would be something that, like, oh, hey, there's a creature we haven't seen before. Let's capture it. Yeah. So how did you become an animagus?
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Is that the requirement for all animagus? Animagi? Thinking of specifically in the books when the Marauders were teaching themselves to become animagi so that they could keep Lupin company as he was a werewolf. But like, you would think if somebody's holding a leaf in their mouth for the entire month, like, somebody's going to notice that and be like, hey, you're not planning on becoming an animagus, are you? Can you choose what form you're doing?
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
To a certain extent, that makes sense. It seems like if it's purely just personality, like it seems like it would be odd that animagus, at least from what we've seen, tend to take on the forms of animals in their local vicinity, and always, like, growing up, where was Wagadu? Uganda, somewhere down there. Takes on the form of a gazelle and not, say, a timber wolf or something. And when the Marauders took it, it was all creatures that could be found around Hogwarts. So I wonder if what she says is correct, though. Maybe personality determines it, but maybe when you're capturing the moonlight, like where you are specifically, captures the moonlight differently, and that could affect it, so that it's only getting animals from that. I don't know. Haven't taken enough transfiguration to really know all the ins and outs of this.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Okay, well, hey, that's incredible.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent.
Good point.
She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
Perhaps your mother's right. We can't allow your mother to stop us. Now I can see where you're coming from, but I mean seriously, the poachers, well, I was gonna say the poachers are a danger. They don't seem to be a huge danger to us normally, although I'm also not sure in gazelle form. You'd be fast and nimble and probably pretty powerful with, kicks or with blows from the horns on its head or something. But at the same time, you're not going to can't really use magic. Yeah, I think your mother might have something there.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
Okay.
Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Right, but you do realize, like, I'm a main character, and you're just a friend of a main character, which, depending on how the story's going, means that something bad could happen to you just to add emotional weight to the story. Like, that's not exactly most appealing position to be in. Wait a second, what? Why do we need a spiral staircase right here and a straight staircase right there? Both go up to this little landing. I don't know. Okay, let's no, we want quests. Let's do Professor Weasley's assignment, which I think will probably be inside the castle. If it leads us outside the castle, we can also go to Hogsmeade, but sounds like it's just going to be mainly inside the castle. Seriously, I'm the only one who's wearing a hat in the winter? I mean, I know that not everybody has the likes to wear non-standard robes and stuff, but I thought the standard robes had like a winter outfit at least. Okay, the viaduct courtyard.
So this is the underground harbor.
Okay, so yeah, the boat's here. I don't recall seeing that elevator before, but let's say was it Grindelow? Interesting wall decorations. So okay, so this is where the first years would, when everybody else is taking the Thestral drawn carriages from Hogsmeade Station, first years get into the boats, and this is where the boats would come, I guess, so the students can disembark. Then I guess take the elevator up, or is there more underground passage over to the Great Hall? Oh, yeah, let's...
Revelio.
Located deep beneath the viaduct courtyard is the landing for boats delivering first-year students across the Black Lake to Hogwarts. So, this is a boar's head, maybe? They all look like boars. So maybe related to the Hogwarts name and the boars that are kind of its mascot. Yeah, they all seem to be the boar's head. I hope there's more boats than that. That's... fit, what, like 3 students to a boat, and that's enough for 18 new students, which maybe that's... might be right for some years, but I feel like most years you're going to have a little bit more than that. Oh, we can swim there, but yeah, how would they decide which first years get to take the boats and which have to swim? That'd be a pretty poor introduction to magic school. It's like, okay, first years, the first 18 of you get in the boats. Everybody else, change into your swimsuits. Okay, so now we need to... field guide page from the book on intermediate transfiguration. Showing off is a bungle trait. You don't see that in the wizarding world. The wizarding world is like 90% showing off. You have an entire shop in Hogsmeade full of candy that is enchanted for no reason other than to show off and be whimsical. It's also... I'm guessing that...
Wingardium Leviosa.
Where'd you go?
Accio.
There we go.
Revelio.
But I also have to wonder if that was a direct reference to... which one was it? I think the Goblet of Fire? Where when they...
Book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
When they go to the Quidditch World Cup at the beginning, and you're walking past all the wizarding tents that are, all elaborate and impossibly architectured and everything. Mr. Weasley comments about how whenever wizards get together, we can't help but show off. So.
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Sure. Yeah. Well, how did you know?
Professor Weasley asked me to get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world.
Okay.
None of the other students will try it no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Okay. Yeah, let's do some lore trivia.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Okay. Let's see, we have the golden snuggery, the golden snidget, or the snake bird. I have no idea what any of these are. I'm going to guess the golden snidget just because it sounds the most similar, and so I'm guessing when they made the snitch, they based its name on this or something.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is
Sounds really
commonly
broken up,
referred
that
to as liquid luck?
Oh, I know that. It's Felix Felicis. What are the other options? The Alahat Seed Draft and the Pepper Up Potion. I think was the Pepper Up Potion just kind of a warming draft or something, or help deal with a cold or something. I don't know, but Liquid Luck is Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Seriously, spell artifacts with an E? Okay. The Founder's Relics, Horcruxes, or the Deathly Hallows. Okay, yep. The tale of the three brothers involves the Deathly Hallows, which this would make sense to be talked about, I think. When in the book, when Harry and the others are looking for the Deathly Hallows, I believe it's Luna's dad mentions that some witches and wizards at least have been interested in the idea of the Hallows and the story of the three brothers for a long time, even though nobody really knew where the Hallows were anymore.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Okay. The Snitch, the Bludger, or the Quaffle? I'm pretty sure it's the Quaffle. The Snitch, of course, is the small golden one you're trying to catch. The Bludger are the heavy ones that move around and the beaters hit. The Quaffle is the one that's being passed around, and so I think it's the largest because it's the one. It's meant to be a large, easily visible ball for the players to pass around and everything.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points.
Okay,
True
that's
or
not really
false?
lore.
Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
Polyjuice Potion. Well, it's not supposed to. We know from the first book when Hermione accidentally adds some cat hair to a Polyjuice Potion that it's not meant. It's meant for a human-only transformation. Although it did seem to have some effect on her, so it can apparently do something, which may or may not be considered changing species, but it's not going to actually transform you into that animal the way that, say, being an animagus does.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now.
Okay, can't you
If you're
just
inclined
give it...
to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Okay, I don't know, let's do another round, and see if we can get more lore. I'm not sure why you're putting the book back on the pedestal when you know that I need it, though. Why can't you just hand it to me? But we'll deal with that after we listen to some more lore trivia.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Okay. The Wizards Council, the International Confederation of Wizards, or the Order of Merlin? Well, the Order of Merlin sounds more like a knightly order or something, or an award, like similar to, was it, have what the OBE's Order of British Excellence or something. International Confederation of Wizards sounds too international. Ministry of Magic should be specific to the UK, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to guess Wizards Council.
The Wizards Council.
That's correct. The Wizards Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Oh. The Antipodean opali, the Peruvian viper tooth, or the Ukrainian iron belly? I don't know. I'm going to guess viper tooth just because thinking of a viper makes me think venomous, and if it's venomous, maybe it doesn't have to be as large to be able to go after prey. I don't know.
The Peruvian viper tooth.
Brilliant!
Oh.
Though the viper tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist of Woodcroft, Elfrida Clegg, or Quincy Hogg? I feel like we may have heard this something before, but I don't recall. I want to say Quincy Hogg just because you would think that Hogsmeade would have Hogg in his name somewhere. Like he'd found the village, name it after himself. We'll go with that. We'll see what she has to say.
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
Hide behind? Okay, a Lethifold, a Runespore, or a Demiguise. I'm gonna guess a Demiguise just because I know that Demiguise are good at hiding. I have no idea what these other two are.
A Demiguise.
Yes! While the hide behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
Can you tell me what a Lethifold is? Okay, the Knockback Jinx, Stunning Spell, or Patronus Charm? Patronus Charm is good against Dementors. A Stunning Spell or a Knockback Jinx? I don't know that a Stunning Spell would repel anything, so I'm going to go with Knockback Jinx.
The Knockback Jinx.
Actually, the answer was the Patronus Charm.
Oh.
The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Gamp, Evangeline Orpington, or Laverne de Montmorency? I don't know, but for some reason Laverne de Montmorency sounds like it's ringing a bell, and so I'm gonna guess maybe that.
Laverne de Montmorency.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be
Gamp's
conjured,
law. Okay.
though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Okay. Knowledge is the real magic. Never tickle a sleeping dragon or look before you leave. Of course it's never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The basilisk, the ashwinder, or the rune spore? I'm not sure that a basilisk produces eggs. I thought basilisks hatched from like a chicken egg that had undergone some ceremony or something. I'm not sure what a rune spore is still. Ashwinder, we've seen ashwinder eggs all over the place, so that seems like that might be an indication that its eggs are unique somehow. Let's go with ashwinder.
The ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Okay, so rune spore is a 3-headed snake, I guess. So. Okay, so Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Mount Greylock, the Pyrenees, or the Amazon rainforest. Where is Mount Greylock? I thought Ilvermorny was in North America, which I don't know if there's a Mount Greylock. It doesn't sound familiar, but I know these two. Let's go with Mount Greylock.
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Okay, just say I want to see if there's. I'm assuming Mount Greylock is an actual place. It's just not a mountain I'm familiar with. Oh, okay, it's in Massachusetts. So where in Massachusetts? Okay, it's in the very northwest corner of Massachusetts, almost over where it meets Vermont and New York. So, okay. Most powerful love potion known to wizard kind. Elixir to induce euphoria. Veracida serum. Or amortentia. Oh, that has amor in it. So I'm going to guess amortentia.
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Okay. So, yeah, let's see if we can finish this. I wonder if we get anything for going through it, or if we're just getting tidbits of lore. Either way, it's kind of fun.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Okay, Egbert the Egregious, or Sir Agravain, or Beatrix Bloxham. I get the feeling that this was... I feel like this was probably mentioned in the books, like as one of the passages of, Harry finding Professor Bin's class so boring, and he couldn't keep straight, whether Emmerich the Evil was killed by so and so or so and so. I don't remember It sounds like that's something that would have been in there. I think I remember the name Emmerich the Evil, but I don't recall who he was fighting. I'm going to say Egbert the Egregious just because that would be kind of fun to have so many E's all in a single incident.
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Oh, I'm terrible with sports stuff. Okay, blatching, haversacking, or stooging. I guess haversacking. Maybe it's kind of like you're carrying a satchel through the goal.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Okay, mackled malaclaw. Okay, hairy ears, bad luck, or webbed feet. Have no idea what a mackled malaclaw is. Let's go with bad luck.
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Okay, Mumblemus Mimbletonia, fluxweed, or Superfluous bean. I'm pretty sure it's Mumbleus Mimbletonia, because I think this was one of the ones. Wasn't this one that Neville got and was kind of excited about?
Mimbulus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbleless Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The
Hey.
Pepper potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Your lore fact on the last one was pretty much just a restatement of the question. Okay. Pepper up potion evolved from a remedy created by, let's see, Bowman Wright, Basil Flack, or Linfrid of Stinchcombe. Let's go with Linfrid. And anybody whose name includes like of someplace has got to be pretty important.
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linfrid's previous work to create the pepper up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
Okay. A single slipper, his wand, or a smaller pot. I'm gonna guess a smaller pot. I have no idea, but that one sounds like it'd be crazy enough to possibly make an interesting story.
A smaller pot.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently.
I mean, clearly I haven't.
Is native to which region of the world?
The Snallygaster. The Scottish Highlands, the Amazonian or Amazon rainforest, or North America. Snallygaster does not sound like a word I would expect for something from the Amazon. Scottish or North America. I'm going to say that sounds more Scottish. That sounds more like a silly British Isles word. North American wizards, expect would be more English words, more pragmatic ones, or maybe based on like Native American lore. So I'm gonna say Scottish.
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was North America.
Okay, I guess
The
we've got some
part
silly
bird,
words too.
part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
The Fountain of Fair Fortune. Sir Amset, Sir Luckless, or Sir Lancelot? I kind of want to say Sir Lancelot just because he's the only one I recognize from that list, but at the same time, I almost feel like within the Hogwarts universe that they would be like, nah, Lancelot was definitely a wizard. Let's see what she has to say.
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
Okay, Galangantua, Pantagruel, or the Loch Ness Monster. Okay, I feel like we've heard mention of the Loch Ness Monster. Was it a kelpie? I think it's a kelpie.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the Kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Okay. Ulick Gamp, Cadmus Peverell, or Ethelred the Everready. I don't know. Let's try Peverell.
Cadmus Peverell.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Yeah, it was nice getting to hear some of that knowledge.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Oh, thank you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Okay, book on intermediate transfiguration. This book is designed to help guide the student who wishes to pursue more complicated types of transfiguration. Professor Weasley often recommends it to her advanced students as a bit of light reading.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Yeah, let's do that. I can't just jump over the railing there. Okay.
Revelio.
There's still a ding somewhere here.
You're my second favorite hero.
Is it coming from below us, maybe?
Revelio.
Getting louder. Where are you? Okay, now it's definitely over this way. It could be...
Revelio.
Could be downstairs. There was stuff that when we went down to the restricted section before it, we weren't able to get. Because there were ghosts patrolling. Let's see if maybe... Huh?
Revelio.
There's still a chest down there.
Alohomora.
Well, it is getting pretty close.
Revelio.
Let's try going downstairs. There we go. Enchanted books. Best to avoid these books if possible, due not as much to their tendency to fly from one's hands as to their content being spectacular drivel of no educational value whatsoever. I feel like we already got that one. Maybe I got it on one of the other characters. Oh, so let me come over here so you can't see me. Guess once we got busted for coming into the restricted section once, there's just no more security on the restricted section. Like, didn't even put the lock back on after we Alohomora'd it off. What's it? Oh, the
Lumos.
no, there we go. Decorations up here, little owls' heads. It's kind of nice. It's a bit dingy down here, but as far as that goes, that kind of decor would be kind of nice in a library. Oh, is it after hours? Oh, there's still students here. Maybe having...
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait.
Okay, are you still on that, Lenore? It has been months. Like when we discovered the moths and the blank portrait thing, it wasn't even autumn yet, and now it's winter. So I am kind of curious why, like, oh, there. Initially we had like prefects in the halls and teachers and stuff making sure students weren't out of bed after.
Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
A bit too literally, if you ask me.
Ha, good one, Arthur. Now it just seems like we're allowed to go anywhere at any time, whenever we want. Hey, she was right. He was right.
Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Do we? Are we transforming marbles into moths or something? Oh, we are.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
Okay. We have learned all the spells, apparently. Let's put that on there. What can we transform? Can we transform anything in here? It looks like it's a attack spell, so.
Is best. He often asks after you and his owls.
Oh, well, glad to hear he's doing all right.
Hello,
I've been
Hamura.
here before. Hey, Professor, I'll be with you in a moment. I just want to check what's in this locked room of yours. That's kind of a cool looking clock. Okay, the snake's winding around it. And are those fish on the panels around the top? And what's at the top there? I want to be able to see the top. Looks like something's sitting. It doesn't quite look human. But can I jump on this maybe? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's a monkey. And a couple birds. And the fish, and then the snakes. And then more fish at the bottom. For this design, it feels very Indian, I think. Just a large glass cabinet with nothing in it. Large chess piece. Dear Professor Weasley, thank you for your owl. I am overjoyed to hear that the most recent crop of 7th years includes a number of students who may be both interested in and well suited for a career at the Ministry. Of course, their OWLs will provide confirmation of the latter, but equally invaluable to our recruitment process is your opinion. You have a unique perspective given your experience with us, and for that I'm truly grateful. I look forward to further updates as the term progresses. Respectfully yours, Ferris Spaven, Minister for Magic, London.
Revelio.
What, dashing gray long coat? Boards. This is also going to do Fool's Mate. It is. Yep.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Yeah, you were huge help there. What? Just an hourglass sitting on the table?
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Oh, thank you. The assignments have helped. Or despite spending so much time on assignments. No, the assignments were pretty helpful.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumours of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Okay, so that was when we were investigating, was it Richard Jackdaw, I think? and we spoke to the ex-Or because of the witch who was tried for his disappearance, I believe. And that's when we ended up visiting Azkaban briefly. Just visiting, Professor. Not we weren't taken to Azkaban like for legal reasons, but yeah, that had to do with Professor Figgs. We needed to learn about Richard Jackdaw because that was the map in the book that was the map that was missing. So yeah.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Okay.
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Come on, I want to cast it again.
You've been practicing.
This is the training dummy. You're supposed to let me cast it a bunch of times here.
Something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest. I'll explain.
Okay, Sebastian wants us to
My
meet.
plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Okay, I'm gonna get to hang out with the meat a bit. Okay, let's see. We don't have a lot of time left. Let's. Getting to speak to a meat, and then going to Lodgok and then learning what he did. That seems like that's going to be a pretty heavy heavy thing. Let's work on that next time. Let's just go meet with Sebastian for now. That might be a good way to end up. Wait. I don't know why it keeps taking us through that door. I feel like this might be a little faster. Wait, no, this isn't the right door.
Revelio.
As what is it? Oh, I saw the blue butterfly there, and for a moment it looked a little bit like the demiguy's statue. So, it's this door. Yeah.
One up, one to go.
But why do I keep saying that? There's something that we're supposed to be doing in this hall, I think. Dueling club. What about dueling club?
Incendio.
Oops, sorry. Did not mean to set my fellow students on fire. Okay, where is... Okay, Overlook there. Oh, finishing dueling club. Yeah, we need to do that at some point. We had to make some progress in dueling club, and we did that, but I don't think we ever finished it. Oh, let's go ahead and see if we can do
I know
this.
what that means. Merlin trial.
Okay, so bring moths to... Oh.
Lumos.
There we go. Trying to Lumos the moths, we're not trying to Descendo the moths. Okay, up there. There's the last group. I'm trying to think. We might still have one of the broom trials to do.
Won't get the best of me.
So, okay, let's. So this was the overlook. What is it? What was it overlooking?
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Oh, this is the place that has the dam, right? Yeah. It's water wheel, and then there's a dam. It's actually a pretty tall wall by the looks of it on the other side. Oh, they have a little cemetery here. I guess it makes sense that the place would have its own cemetery. You can't expect it to cart everybody over to Hogsmeade. Seeing hippogriffs on the tombstone makes me wonder if that was some prominent Gryffindor. Someone very proud of their house. Okay. Why does Sebastian want to meet in the cemetery?
Worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Sebastian, I'm right here. You could have just... You didn't have to send it. Never mind. Okay.
I came as soon as I could. I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
There's a connection to the triptych.
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Brookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
Yeah. Perhaps we can avoid detection, or we deal blows. We can do both, but let's start with avoiding detection.
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Okay. We'll do that, Sebastian, but we'll have to do that next time, because I think it's getting close to time, and it's going to take more than just a couple minutes to do that. I realized I never changed the title of the stream. Sorry about that. So as far as for next time, I should be available on Mondays for the next couple weeks for Zelda stream, but I will be out the next 2 Fridays. So our next Hogwarts stream will be in 3 weeks on, what is it, the 25th. So yeah, and then we'll work on it. Sounds like we've got this with Sebastian. We've got some progress in another letter of his towards getting the relic and hopefully helping his sister. And we've got bringing Amit in. I'm kind of curious how much of what's going on we're going to tell Amit. I hope we're going to tell him at least a little bit, so we're not putting him in danger without him realizing. But we'll hopefully be able to get his help speaking some gobbledygook and getting some more information about what Ranrock's plan is. So should be fun, and yeah, we'll continue then. So with that, thank you for coming. Have a good week, or a good couple weeks for Hogwarts at least. And I will see you next time. Bye.